Welcome back to the 6 o'clock show, where it's finally dinner time. Our new chef, Eoin Sheehan from Country Munch, is in charge tonight, as myself, Maeve and Nuala. We're just sitting here, Eoin.
No.
So you take it away, my friend.
No, I need your help now. It's my first time here, so I need some hands. Okay.
Okay.
So
Are you up for it?
Yeah.
She's up for it. She's up for it. She's up for it.
what we're going to do is a risotto. So it's really quick. It's really simple. There's nice colours. We have butternut squash. We have some chestnut mushrooms, and we have some spinach. So orange, brown, green, mixed throughout. We're going to get it on, and then it's just about patience. So we're adding stock, we stir, we add stock, we stir. I've one I made earlier. So we'll get it going, we'll get it cracking, and then we'll taste the finished product.
So how do we kick it off?
Nuala, if you could prep some mushrooms for me, please.
Just cut them up.
Yeah, that's all.
Cut them up, you're fine. You can cut them up, it's fine.
And I need some cheese grated, Maeve, if you don't mind.
Right, good woman.
Grating
and her plate, yeah.
There.
Is this good for, because you're all about gut health and all that?
I was just about to say, cheese wouldn't be so gut-friendly, but then I have my Simprove that I take every morning.
Oh, check her.
Yeah, I take my Simprove every morning, so that keeps my gut.
Your gut in order.
Yes,
Good.
nice and
have
healthy.
some cheese.
So I can enjoy and indulge
For the risotto.
sometimes.
Yeah.
What do you have going on in the stove here now?
So we have just stock that's just been heated up, so we have to use hot stock, so the rice will absorb it.
Yeah,
We're using risotto rice.
So what stock have you used? Chicken?
That's it's a vegetable stock, so we'll make a vegetarian. You can do chicken as well.
Yeah.
Really nice flavour. So into our pot, we're going to do a nice knob of butter.
Lovely.
So again, this is going to feed 2, 3, 4 people, so don't be afraid about the portion size.
Yep.
So in with that, we have our onion and our garlic. Just 2 onions and 2 cloves of garlic. So it's going to fry them off really quickly.
Two onions and two cloves of garlic.
Yes. Yeah. Not bulbs.
No, I was about to go,
fried.
wow.
Yeah. So all we really want to do here is just sweat them off, make them translucent. Just when you start to smell them, they're good to go.
Okay.
Perfect, Nuala, thank you so much.
Oh, there's loads there.
If
And how long, when you smell them?
Yeah, so that's usually a good indication. When you can start to smell them, when the place starts filled with that aroma, you can kind of go into the rest of the stuff. If you burn garlic, it'll go really bitter.
Yeah.
So you kind of just want to get a heat, just get them introduced to each other.
And what sort of a heat do you have this on? Is it
I have it on a medium heat. We're going to reduce that down when we start to actually cook it itself.
Okay.
So the butter is on.
You're taking this so seriously. It's amazing. It's like she's doing her research.
Keeping an eye on it as well, just in case.
Fair play to you.
Because it's on telly. I'm not a great cook at home, but on telly I really feel the pressure.
How
much of this Parmesan?
That's perfect. We'll use some for cooking, and we'll garnish some later on as well.
I do the whole thing. Go on, go crazy.
So,
go crazy.
in case you don't know what a butternut squash looks like, it's these big things.
Yes.
Often used in soups, in stews. Really nice if you roast it. But this is a nice way to use it as well.
Okay.
So that's what it looks like. I have some chopped here into small little cubes. Again, not too big because it is the hardest part here, so it's going to cook down. So nice little to break it.
No,
you were doing the
right. Wax there a second ago. She was like that.
So we're going to pop that in and just start them frying. And all you're going to do is just hear that sizzle, give it a stir.
So the colours are already fantastic.
That's the idea. And it's visual. People eat with their eyes, you know. So
very patriotic, really. We've the Irish
very much so, yeah.
That's
what I was thinking.
That's for you now, because you're home. Do you know what I mean?
So we're going to get our mushrooms in and just start to introduce them as well. If you don't hear a sizzle, up the heat a little bit.
Okay. So with that, so we've started to smell, as you said, the onions and the garlic, and then you can just start putting everything in.
So start putting them in. The butternut squash will take a little bit longer to soften down because it's harder than a mushroom.
Yeah.
So we'll fry it off for probably 3 or 4 minutes. When it gets a little bit brown, a little bit of colour, we'll add in the rest of the stuff then as well.
Okay, lovely. So you're just adding things in all the time.
Yeah, and just keep stirring them, keep introducing to each other. And if you need a little bit more oil, add the oil or butter.
And with the risotto rice, how long are you going to need for that?
That usually, patience is a virtue with this, so 20 to 30 minutes. You can do it fast, but if you give it some love and attention, that's when it kind of works out the best, you know?
Yeah, so this is the sort of thing that you can be prepping.
Absolutely, and it works really nice in a batch as well, you know? So you kind of get it on the stove and you do it for a few days and it holds really well.
So you just pop that in there with it?
Yeah, pop it in so the rice goes in. Give it a stir around, give it a good mix. We're going to pop in some white wine. I had a full bottle a while ago, and I came into the studio and it's half gone.
I'm Martin King.
I knew
he does nothing.
He's planned out inside,
and it's like, I was wondering why you ordered a cab home tonight.
Yeah, I know. He was saying to me.
Oh, now
I
understand.
Splash of white wine.
He's not allowed to talk right now, so that's why he's not shouting at me. That's it.
So the white wine goes in, and we're just going to cook that off. So
it's risotto rice that you're using.
Yes, yeah.
It's important to use the risotto
It is.
rice,
It's short grain, it's starchier, and it just kind of clumps up and gets creamy and it gives us nice, really thick risotto. You could use any rice, but it won't give you that creamy consistency when you're finished with it. And it absorbs the stock really well.
Yeah.
So our wine has gone in. just going to cook that off. There'll be no alcohol in it. That all cooks off in the end.
Yeah.
We'll do some mixed herbs.
It'll be fine to drive, lads.
Yeah,
It'll be grand.
fine, be fine.
So mixed
We'll do a
herbs.
nice season of salt and pepper.
And don't be afraid of the seasoning.
No, so again, your stock could be quite salty, so we'll just go easy at start and we'll taste it. If, you know, some stocks can be really salty, so you can very easy overdo it. So, you know, you can always add some, but you can't take it out. So you can see that. So we're just kind of getting them introduced to each other, mix them all around, and now we're ready to just go with the spinach.
So you just pop that in there as well? And
yeah.
the only liquid you have in there at the moment is that little bit of wine?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're still kind of frying them off. So that's the idea. When the stock goes in, we'll stop the frying. So you won't hear it sizzle anymore. It'll kind of start to simmer and bubble and blitz. And we'll just get our ladle. And all we want to do...
It's actually easier than I thought because...
It is, yeah.
I thought you had to start off with all the stock, do that separately, and then mix them.
You can just put it all
So
together.
we're just adding in just as far as the rice itself. And that's literally all, that's the rest of the recipe. It's just add it in, give it a stir. You'll see when you hear, a good sign is when you hear it start to fry again, add some more.
Add some more, so keep on putting the stock in.
We don't really want to fry it anymore, yeah, exactly. So just add some stock.
Oh, there it is.
Now I know where it is.
I'm going to be sending
Sorry, Eoin. Sorry.
Owen, you've got about a minute now.
Perfect,
and as he said, he's got one he prepared earlier now.
Yes, exactly. So the idea with this
we have the
is
cheese.
we just keep going. Yes, yeah. So cheese will go inside here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. It does need a little bit of minding, doesn't it?
It does. It's a mountain of cheese.
I will eat all of that. It's fine.
Not often I get to eat it.
She's seizing the opportunity.
So if you played up there, Martin, I think you have some comments.
Oh,
for us.
loads in. We were asking you because of Maura Higgins telling what's his face on Love Island last night, Marvin, to stop being bowled. We asked what are the Irish things that people say that, especially in your house, that you think other people wouldn't get at all. Robin from Tallaght says, my mum always says bits and bobs, and it baffles everyone.
Bits and bobs, yeah.
Noreen from Sligo, okay, somebody explained this to me. The second clutch killed the clocker.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Okay.
That's really cool.
Geraldine in Wexford, my mother's favourite saying was, I'll brain you when shaking her fist at you. Okay,
We've all heard that one.
Oh, yeah. And Kevin says banjaxed.
Banjax, love
Banjax. What a great word. Love that word. Banjax. It gets... no one outside of Ireland will get what banjax
That is
is.
so good. Just let everyone know the Martin
now.
Hopkins Memorial Cycle, Cavendish Clonmel, August the 10th. You can find it online. And you can see Maeve tomorrow in a house that's in Dublin. The Gut Stuff's presentation on the importance of gut health with Simprove, which is... I'm actually fascinated by the whole thing. But unfortunately, this is delicious, by the way.
Is it good?
Come on, the guts. It's so good. It's all we've got time for. A massive thank you to our guests, Nuala, Carey, Maeve, Madden, Gavin from earlier, and to Eoin Sheehan in the kitchen.
Yeah, what a debut. Well done,
Yes.
Tomorrow we'll be chatting to businessman turned broadcaster Bobby Kerr, and Savage Eye comedian John Cleary will be here too.
Bye. Have a good evening.